Hello, everyone. Happy Monday. It's Dr. Rhoda here for another video for a successful transition from monogamy to open. And we're going to do part 2 today of our common terms for polyamory. I think, like we talked last Monday, there are a lot more terms. And if you're really interested in knowing a lot of them, I would really direct you to the website www.morethan2, that's TWO, .com/polyglossary. And that will give you a very long list of terms that you can look up and read. Some of them are commonly used, some of them are very rarely used, and it's a list that's always growing. People come up with new terms all the time, and so yeah, you will hear new terms all the time if you're involved in the poly community. But some of the common terms that I think are important to know, and while you will hear them a lot more in the polyamory community than in others, they still apply to pretty much any type of open relationship, whether it's poly or swinging or designer. A lot of these terms still apply and can be very helpful for helping give you a better understanding. One of the great terms that comes out of the poly community is the term compersion. And compersion is considered an emotion. It's kind of considered the opposite of jealousy. Compersion is this sense of happiness or pleasure regarding your partner's pleasure. So basically what that means is that, particularly like in poly, if your partner has found another partner who meets needs that you can't meet, you can feel happy for them that they have found that and that they have that in their life. It certainly could apply to swinging too, particularly if you swing separately as opposed to always together as a couple, that being able to feel this sense of compersion that your partner has been able to meet someone and have this experience that they really enjoyed can give this sense of compersion. As opposed to being jealous, which is very different than what most of us think about in society, because we're not taught to think about compersion and feeling a sense of happiness that our partner has found this, as opposed we're always taught that somehow this is taking something from us, as opposed to that they have managed to find this thing and we can feel happy for them about it. A couple of other great terms that I really like. One is called new relationship energy. A new relationship energy is that excitement that you feel with a new relationship. Kind of like, think about when you fall in love again and you see the world through rose-colored glasses. Everything seems fabulous. I know every time I've fallen in love in my life, I lose that 5 pounds I want to lose. I wish I could do it without necessarily have to fall in love every time. But yeah, that's that new relationship energy thing, is that excitement and everything seems great. And oftentimes you don't necessarily always see your new partner realistically, because you're seeing them in this sort of rosy glow that isn't always based on reality. And one of the things that can be problematic is that when people have multiple partners and then they get this new relationship energy with a new partner, they forget to maintain the level of energy with their original partner or their primary partner. And this can be a problem, because then your first partner feels left out. You're so excited about the new one that you forget to put energy into your existing relationship. And that's a lot of times where people see problems that new relationship energy can bring. And sometimes you'll hear what are called new relationship energy junkies. And these are the people who will often hop from relationship to relationship because they like that new energy so much that they want to stay on that high. Once that new relationship energy starts to wane, they think that something's wrong and they want that back. And so they'll go looking for someone else to find it. The opposite of new relationship energy, obviously, is old relationship energy. And it's that kind of sense of comfort and stability that comes from an established long-term romantic relationship. And you know, oftentimes old relationship energy gets a bad rap. Yet there can be great feelings of comfort and joy from old relationship energy, of having that person in your life who you know is always there for you, and you can feel safe and secure in that relationship, where you get to that point where you're not really worried they're going to go away. You're not even thinking about divorce. Maybe your biggest concern is that they're going to be killed in a car accident, rather than they're going to leave you out of any other way. Another relationship terms that come from polyamory, and this comes from the type of polyamory where people do what's called hierarchy. So it's where you have primary, secondary, and tertiary. And for people who do hierarchy, primary is their, not to say necessarily most important partner, but it's their primary partner in that it may be the person they live with, it may be the person they spend most of their time with, as opposed to their secondary and their tertiary. The tertiary are the ones who usually they spend the least time with. Oftentimes that's a long distance person. So it may be somebody who lives in another part of the country, and you may only get to see them a couple of times a year. So you're not spending as much energy on that person. It doesn't mean that they are not important to you. It's just that for various reasons, distance or otherwise, they're not where you're spending the primary energy, or even as much energy as you would on a secondary partner. Now, some people really don't like this idea of a hierarchy in relationships, and some people practice what they call relationship anarchy, where they don't like to have any labels of importance on the various partners they have, and that they believe that new partners should come whenever they come, and that shouldn't matter to other partners, and it's a different way of doing it. And that they want all the importance of all their partners to basically seem the same. And that's the people who really don't like that hierarchy, and they may call it relationship anarchy. Just a different way of doing it. So anyway, that's some more polyamory terms. Again, I gave you the site if you want to look at more. I will be back again on Wednesday for another video. And until then, have a fabulous week. Bye for now.